Hello students, here is a puzzle for you. The thing which we cannot see, we can feel it. If we close our nose, we feel suffocating. Here is a feather. What makes it fly? Any guess? Yes, it's air. Today's our topic is air. Structure of atmosphere. Students, in this figure we are going to see how is the structure of atmosphere. Atmosphere, it is made up of 5 different layers. These layers are, first layer which is very close to the earth's surface is troposphere. The next one is stratosphere. Beyond that, mesosphere. After that, ionosphere, and the outermost layer of the atmosphere is thermosphere, or it is also called as exosphere. In these different layers, we are going to see how much proportion of air is present. Here in troposphere, which is the lowest most layer of the atmosphere, here you can see these different gases found in this layer. Here in this layer you can see nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, inert gases, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, water vapor and dust particles. Here you can understand near about 80% of gaseous mass found in this layer. Further, in stratosphere, 19% of gaseous mass found. And as we go beyond stratosphere towards mesosphere, ionosphere, the air goes on decreasing. That means the proportion of air in these layers goes on decreasing. Here you can see in thermosphere or exosphere, beyond this layer there are no gases found. No gases found beyond this layer. As we go higher and higher above the earth's surface, the air mass goes on decreasing, and beyond the exosphere there is no air found. Students, there is a trick to remember all these 5 layers of atmosphere. Here T Smith, where T for troposphere, S for stratosphere, M for mesosphere, I for ionosphere, and here T for thermosphere, or it is also called exosphere. Here see this. This is troposphere. This is stratosphere. This is mesosphere. This is ionosphere. This is thermosphere, or it is also called exosphere. The envelope of air around the earth is called atmosphere. The total land available on the earth is called lithosphere, and the total water available on the earth is called hydrosphere. Students, you can see in the figure The complete land part available on the earth is only 29% and the water part is 71%. That means water available on the earth is more than the land available on the earth. Air, water and land are the factors important for sustaining the living world on the earth and for fulfilling their basic needs. They are called natural resources. Some uses of gases in air. Nitrogen. It helps living things to build the necessary proteins. It is useful in the production of ammonia and in airtight packaging of foodstuffs. Oxygen. It is necessary for respiration in living things and for combustion. Carbon dioxide. Plants use it for producing their food, used in fire extinguishers. Argon, used in electric bulbs. Helium, used for obtaining low temperature and also for generating lift in airships. Neon, used in decorative lights and for street lighting. Krypton, used in fluorescent tubes. Xenon, used in flash photography. Always remember, the living world on the earth is sustained due to balance between various gases and other constituents of air. The atmosphere is a very important filter. It allows the light and heat of the sun to reach the earth, which is necessary for life, but it prevents the harmful elements from reaching the earth. It is in the atmosphere that fog, clouds, snow, rain are produced. Students, observe these three pictures. What is the similarity in the three pictures here? All the above pictures show large-scale emission of smoke through different agencies. This smoke directly mixes with the atmosphere, disturbing the balance between the constituents of air. This is called air pollution. Harmful gases are given out through combustion of fuels in vehicles and in big industries, and also through incomplete combustion of fuels like wood and coal. As a result, air pollution increasing day by day. Harmful substances released in air through combustion of fuels. Nitrogen dioxide, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, soot. Ozone layer, the protective shell. There is a layer of ozone, O3 gas in the lower part of stratosphere. Ozone gas is not directly useful for the survival of living things, yet it is very important for living things to have this layer of ozone at a high altitude around the earth. The ultraviolet rays coming from the sun are very harmful for living things. The ozone gas absorbs these rays. As a result, life on earth is protected. The ozone layer is destroyed if chemical gases like carbon tetrachloride or the chlorofluorocarbons used in air conditioners and refrigerators mix with the air. The 16th of September is celebrated as Ozone Protection Day all over the world to make everyone aware of the importance of ozone. Do you know, students, in metropolitan cities like Mumbai, Pune or Nagpur, boards are displayed at places of heavy traffic to show the proportion of the various constituents of the air at that place. Due to these boards, we can see the amount of harmful elements in the air. Students, here are some news clipping for you. See, in the first clip here, it is seen that Mumbai breathes good air for first time this year. Do you know when? when it was announced for the first time due to COVID-19, there was lockdown of 15 days. During this 15 days, you can see the air quality is improved. The second clip is cleaner air in the city since the lockdown. Third clip is India's air gets cleaner after the lockdown. Next one is air quality in Bengaluru improves significantly post the lockdown. By seeing this news, you can understand that there is air pollution due to progress of human being. Students have wanted you to suggest some suggestions to control air pollution. That's it in this video. Thank you, students.